So firstly, can we just ask for swimmers, when you come up for your relay, and if you're in the second relay and you're just waiting behind the officials, if you could just make sure that you keep your masks on until the other relay has completed, that would be really grateful for that, thank you. The second one is if you're looking for the results from this morning, they're now available on the district website, or if you've got Meet Mobile, they've been updated on Meet Mobile over the lunchtime period. And they're all live and all the results on there on the district website as well. So we'll be about to kick off with event 201 in about 9 minutes time. Okay, good afternoon, and we're ready to go now for the first event of the afternoon. The girls 10 to 13, 50 metres backstroke, and we start heat 1 with 3 swimmers. Okay, away we go with event 201, heat 1, which is the girls 10 to 13 year olds 50 metres backstroke. In lane 2 we've got Georgia McLeod. In lane 3 we've got Fern Jarrett. In lane 4 we've got Jocelyn Clark. At this point I'd like to welcome all the people that are watching on the district Facebook, where we're streaming a live event this afternoon. So this is the first of our events and we have 10 heats. So from the first turn it looks like lane 2 is slightly ahead, so Georgina is just slightly ahead. She's now starting to pull away of her body length ahead, closely followed by Fern and then by Jocelyn in lane 4. So it looks like lane 2 is going to take heat 1. She hits the wall in a time of 46.97, a nice PB there to start the afternoon. So we'll now move on to heat number 2, which has 6 swimmers. Away we go with heat number 2, the girls 11 to 13 year olds 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Adele Armand. In lane 2 is Erin Cardinal. In lane 3 is Laura Cowling. In lane 4 is Jessica Gladstone. In lane 5 is Sarah Gladstone. In lane 5 is Jessica Banks. In lane 6 is Nikki Short. So as they take the turn, looks like it's a Perth swimmer in lane 4. So it looks like Sarah is slightly ahead post the turn, but on the outside we can see lane 1 in the Kinross swimmer, and the DCA swimmer now coming through strong in lane 5. Looks like Jessica's going to take this under the flags, but it could be neck and neck virtually between 6 and 4 for the next position. So lane 5 takes this, so Jessica Banks takes this in a time of 46.06. So we'll now move on to heat number 3. This has got 6 swimmers. All the swimmers range from the age of 12 through to 10. So a real mix of age groups. So away we go with heat number 3 of the girls 10 to 13 backstroke. Lane 1 is Isla Black. Lane 2 is Christina Sloan. Lane 3 is Lily Divers. Lane 4 is Maya McCluskey. Lane 5 is Natalie McGregor. And lane 6 is Eve Rankling. So coming up to the turn. First through the turn is lane 5. So Natalie McGregor from Perth City. Although coming through strong in lane 3 is the Dundee City aquatic swimmer Lily Divers. This is sort of neck and neck. So just look at the moment that Natalie may have got this, but Lily's coming through very fast. So lane 3 takes that in 43.15, so Lily Divers takes heat number 3. So we now move on to heat number 4. We have 6 swimmers, all the various of age groups from 13 through to 10. So away we go with heat 4 of the girls 10 to 13 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Cara McCann, lane 2 is Shona Davis, lane 3 is Isla Davis, Olympia. Lane 4 is Anna Healy, lane 5 is Isla Hanna, and lane 6 is Amy Shaw. So first out of the turn is lane 3, closely followed by lane 1. And it looks like lane 1's got a slight couple of arm lengths ahead. Head of the 2 Bergari swimmers, closely followed by Einbat is the Perth City swimmer. But it looks like the DCA swimmer in lane 1. So Cara takes this in a time of 40.81. So we now move on to heat number 5, of which we have 6 swimmers ranging in the age group of 13 to 11. So away we go with heat number 5 of the girls 10 to 13 year old backstroke. In lane 1 is Lola Collins, lane 2 is Isla Shepherd, lane 3 is Molly Brown, lane 4 is Grace Renfrew, lane 5 is Barry McNeil, and lane 6 is Cara Smelton. As they come up quite neck and neck here on the first turn, it's lane 2. So it's Isla Shepherd from Kinross goes through the turn. And now on the outside lane, it's Lola Collins from Kinross. Very tight between the 2 Kinross swimmers here, but coming through in the outside in lane 6 may take it, but lane 1, Lola Collins from Kinross takes that in 42.27. And lane 5 is 12 and the rest are 13-year-olds. So away we go with heat 6 of the girls 10 to 13 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Eleanor Sanderson, lane 2 is Daisy Lunan, Lane 3 is Eva Rennie. Lane 4 is Zara Kidd. We've got no swimmer in lane 5, and lane 6 is Libby Wallace. So as we come up to the first turn, it's the DCA swimmer in lane 4. Zara Kidd that's first through the turn. And it's fair. So Zara's keeping the lead as they go down, but lane 2's coming back fast. So it looks like Zara's going to take this one. She takes this in 40.51. So we move on to heat 7, which we've got 6 swimmers in this one. Again, a varied of age groups from 11 through to 13. So away we go on the heat 7 of the girls 10 to 13 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 we've got Ella Thompson, lane 2 Katie Robertson, lane 3 Sophie Clark, lane 4 Grace McKay, lane 5 we've got Abigail Thompson, and lane 6 Emil McLeod. So out of the turn, looks like lane 5 has got a lead over everybody else here from the swimmer from Dundee City Aquatics. Closely followed by the swimmer from Maury Fee from the 2 Perth swimmers. So lane 5 is going to take this. So Abigail takes that in 36.72. So we now move to heat 8. Heat 8 has 1 12-year-old, the rest are 13-year-olds, and we have 5 Perth City swimmers and 1 Dundee City Aquatic swimmer. So away we go on heat 8, or the 10 to 13-year-olds 50 metres backstroke. Lane 1 is Emily Thompson, lane 2 is Manon Sabray, lane 3 is Barry Kemp, lane 4 is Katie Smart, lane 5 is Eva Cowlin, and lane 6 is Lottie Fleck. So we come to the turn. It looked like lanes 4 and 5, but it's fairly even across lanes 2, 3, 4 and 5. The Perth City swimmers battling it out here. Looks like lane 4 maybe just slightly ahead. And lane 4 in terms of Katie Smart takes that in 39.45. So as the swimmers exit the pool, we move on to heat number 9. And we have 6 swimmers in this, ranging in the age of 11 through to 13. Away we go with heat 9 of the girls 10 to 13-year-olds 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Erin Wickham, in lane 2 is Gail Saman, and lane 3 is Julia Walker, and lane 4 is Sadie Faulkner, In lane 5 is Olivia Dargy, and lane 6 is Molly Rose McTaggart. So it looks like lane 2 is first out of the turn. Looks to have a body length maybe ahead here now of the rest of the field. And moving up just alongside that on the outside is lane 6. So it's lane 2 that just takes that from lane 6 coming through there fast at the end, and a time of 38.88. We now move on to heat 10, which is our final heat of the girls 10 to 13 metres, 10 to 13-year-old 50 metres backstroke. So where we go, the last heat of the girls 11 to 13-year-old 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Juliet Kidd, lane 2 is Isla Petrie, in lane 3 is Eiley Gilmerry, in lane 4 is Sophia Falone, lane 5 is Riley McIntosh, and lane 6 is Isla Kidd. So this has been the fast heat. Lane 3 was the first turn out of the wall and now looks to have a good body length ahead of the rest of the field. The rest of the field crossing lanes 1 and 2, battling it out for second and third place. But lane 3 has taken this, Isla Gilmerry taking that in 33.37, and a very close battle on the outside lanes for second and third. So we now move on to event 202, which is the boys 10 to 13-year-olds 50 metres breaststroke. We've got 8 heats, and we start with heat 1, of which we have 3 swimmers. Away we go with heat 1 of the boys 10 to 13-year-olds 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 2 is Logan Simone, and lane 3 is Luke Hilton Christie, and lane 4 is Oscar Morrison. So as they head up to the turn, it looks like lane 2 is just slightly ahead of the rest of the field, but everything could change as they come up to the turn. So it looks like lane 2 here, Logan from Blair Gowrie is maintaining his lead as he goes down the second length, but there's obviously a fast sort of catch-up coming in from lane 3, from Luke in lane 3. We've got 5 metres out and under the flags to go. It looks like Logan's going to take this in lane number 2 from Blair Gowrie in the time of 54.84. So as the boys exit the pool, we now move on to heat number 2, and we have 6 swimmers in this, ranging from the age of 10 through to 12. Okay, away we go with heat number 2. In lane 1 is Nixon Thompson. In lane 2 is Jackson Olivey. No swimmer in lane 3. Lane 4 is Thomas Robertson. No swimmer in lane 5. And Robbie Murphy in the outside lane 6. So as they come up to the turn here, it looks like lane 4. Thomas Robertson from Carnoustie is ahead. Closely followed by the non-free swimmer Jackson over in lane 2. So we're now pushing down the final thing, down the final 15 metres or so. Looks like Thomas from Carnoustie has got this. Closely followed by the Murray Free swimmer. Jackson over in lane 2. So Thomas Robinson takes that in lane 4 in a time of 48.91. So swimmers exit the pool. We'll get ready to move on to heat number 3. We have 6 swimmers ranging in the age group of from 10 through to 13. Away we go, heat number 3. In lane 1 is Harry Leonard. Lane 2 is Luca Davison. Lane 3 is Harry Riddler. Lane 4 is Stuart Thompson. Lane 5 is Cameron Duncan. And lane 6 is Freya Pletta. So as I come up to the turn, it's lane 5 that turns first. So Cameron Duncan from Carnoustie. And still maintaining this lead over the Perth City swimmer in lane 4 and Stuart Thompson. And the Kinross swimmer, 2 Kinross and Montrose swimmers on their far side as well. It's going to be very interesting for second and third place. It's clearly who our winner is. In lane 5 is Cameron Duncan from Carnoustie. So Cameron takes that in 48.63, but we have a disqualification in lane 6. So as the swimmers exit the pool, we now move on to heat number 4 of the boys 10 to 13 year olds 50 metre breaststroke. Age groups of 11 through to 13 in this heat. So away we go, heat number 4, the boys 10 to 13, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 is Warski, lane 2 is Bradley Shaw, lane 3 is William Primrose, lane 4 is Cameron Miller, lane 5 is Cale McDowell, and lane 6 is Angus Ewan. So as they come up to the turn, looks like the 2 Perth City swimmers in lanes 4 and 5 turning together. But across in lane 2, Bradley Shaw from Men's Hills is now starting to pull away, having a great second length. It's coming through strong in lane 2, but then it's anybody's game who's going to take second and third. So Bradley takes first place in that heat in a time of 46.20. Now move on to heat number 5, where we've got swimmers in this ranging from 11 through to 13. So away we go, heat number 5 of the boys, 10 to 13-year-olds, 50 metre breaststroke. In lane 1 is Harry Martin, in lane 2 is Joel Vanderberg, lane 3 is Glenn Downey, lane 4 is Callum McKenzie, lane 5 Robbie Phillips, and lane 6 Ross Allen. So lane 4, Callum McKenzie from Perth City, straight out here in first turn, and fairly evens behind that. So as Callum McKenzie stretches out here, he's got about a body and a half's lead now ahead. And it's closely followed by his teammate over in lane 1 in Perth City. So lane 4, Callum McKenzie takes that. So Callum McKenzie takes that in 42.86, and we have a disqualification in lane 6. And for those that are watching on the Facebook feed from home, all of the results from this morning are available to download either via Meet Mobile, or you can go onto the district website. As we now move on to heat number 6 of 8. And we've got boys in here from 11 through to 13. Away we go on heat 6 of the boys 10 to 13-year-olds, 50 metres breaststroke. Lane 1 we've got Matthew Kenny, lane 2 Ewan Webster, lane 3 Fergus Manwaring, lane 4 Ewan Dovini, lane 5 we've got Tyler Adam, and lane 5 we've got Connor Adam. So it looks like lane 5's first to the turn, but it's fairly close just behind that. Probably got a couple of strokes lead on the rest of the field, but coming through strong in lane 2 is Ewan Webster. So it looks like lane 5 is going to take this, closely followed just by a finger touch probably by Ewan Webster into second place. So Tearlock takes that in a time of 45.71. As we now move on to heat number 7, and we have boys in this event ranging from 12 through to 13 age, and we have 6 swimmers. So away we go with heat number 7 of the boys, 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metres breaststroke. Lane 1, Fraser Dow. Lane 2, Callum McDonald. Lane 3, Alex McGregor. Lane 4, Thomas Pritchard. Lane 5, Lyndon Party. And lane 6, Finlay Bruce. So as we come up to the turn, looks like Alex McGregor is slightly ahead there. Closely followed in lane 4 by Thomas Pritchard and his teammate from Perth City just on the outside, Fraser Dow in lane 1. So it looks like Alex McGregor was going to take this. And then Fraser Dow, his teammate, in second, and Thomas Pritchard in third. So Alex takes this in a time of 38.91. Now move on to the final heat. We've got 6 swimmers in this heat, all 13-year-olds. So away we go with the final heat of the boys, 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 is Jensen Norris, lane 2 is Gleb Simpson, lane 3 is Ewan Ware, lane 4 is Ross Hutchinson, lane 5 is Corey Phillips, lane 6 Johnny Martin. So as they turn, looks like the 2 DCA swimmers are battling this one out to come down. As they go with the flags, it looks like lane 5 may just have a slight lead. And lane 1, Ewan Ware takes that on 33.43, with Corey Phillips just behind in second in 33.61. Great swimming race there for us all to watch this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying that on the live feed. Away we go with heat number 1 of the girls 14 and over, 50 metres backstroke. And we have 3 swimmers in this heat. So in lane 3, we've got Joanne Gardner-Lockhart. In lane number 4, we've got Emily Patterson. And on the outside, we've got Beth Gregg in lane number 6. So neck and neck with the 2 swimmers going through the turn. So now power up to go down the final length. It looks like the swimmer in lane 3 is just slightly ahead by a couple of strokes. So come under the flags. Looks like Joanna in lane 3 is going to take this. And Joanna takes this in a time of 43.96. As the swimmers exit to the side of the pool, we now move on to heat number 2, and we have a range of swimmers in here from the age of 14 through to 17. Free Kinross swimmers. So away we go with heat number 2, the girls 14 and over, 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Olivia Kemp, and lane 2 is Hannah Bregan, and lane 4 is Orla Farty, and lane 4 is Rona Mason, and lane 5 is Katie Lennon, and lane 6 is Rebecca McLeod. So fairly neck and neck across the first threes in lane 5. Looks like a good turn now in lane 1, who's stretched out about an arm length lead. So Olivia from Blair Gowrie looks like she's going to take this from the Kinross swimmer. So Olivia takes that in lane 1 from Blair Gowrie in a time of 40.20. So girls exit the pool from heat number 2. We get ready for heat number 3. Of which we've got 6 swimmers in this heat, ranging across from 14 to 15 age group. So away we go, heat number 3, of the girls 14 and over, 50 metres backstroke. Lane 1 is Kirsten Kelly, lane 2 is Michaela Reid, lane 3 is India Leona Bryden, lane 4 is Cara Jones, lane 5 is Grace McCall, and lane 6 is Ruben McEntee. So it's lane 3 and lane 6 that turn first. So India from Montrose closely powering down actually in lane 6 here. Ruby is coming through fast on this last length. She looks like she's going to take it, so Ruby takes that in 36.21 in the outside lane 6. So we now move on to heat number 4, where we have ages ranging from 14 through to 16. So away we go with heat 4, the girls 14 and over 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Kim Russell, lane 2 Joanna Norris, lane 3 Emma Bolt, lane 4 Zoe Neve, lane 5 Caitlin Fry, and lane 6 Darcy Reed. So as they come up, it's Darcy Reed that's first through the turn, closely followed by a couple of the Perth City swimmers. So now come down the final 20 metres, it looks like Darcy Reed has got this, with Kim Russell just like over on the far side is going to take it in second. So Darcy Reed from DCA takes that in 35.10. That's heat number 4. So as the girls exit the pool, we now move on to heat number 5, and in here we have ages ranging from 14 through to 17. Away we go with heat number 5 of the girls 14 over 50 metres backstroke. In lane 1 is Cara Beatty, lane 2 is Leah Pert, lane 3 is Libby Cole, lane 4 is May Packervan, lane 5 is Rachel Kennedy, and lane 6 is Caitlin Wigham. So as they take the turn, looks like the Dundee swimmer Caitlin Wigham in lane 6 took the turn. But if anything could change here with the St Thomas swimmer coming through strong in lane 3 as well. Looks like the Dundee swimmer. So Caitlin takes that in lane 6 in 37.07. As girls exit the pool, we now move on to heat number 6 of 10. We've got 6 swimmers in this event, ranging from 17 through to 14. Away we go, heat number 6 of the girls, 14 and over 50 metres backstroke. Lane 1, Katie Fraser. Lane 2, Deborah Tomoski. Lane 3, Diane Kelly. Lane 4, Roberta Antos. Lane 5, Claire Gilmore. And lane 6, Charlotte Chadwick. So coming to the turn, it's fairly even across all of the lanes on the turn. And it looks like in lane 2, looks like we've got a breakaway from St Thomas swimmer. Deborah in lane 2. Closely followed by the Perth City swimmer in lane 3. So lane 2 takes that in a time of 35.47. As the girls exit the pool from heat number 6, we get ready for heat number 7, of which we've got 17 16-year-olds and 1 14-year-old in this event. Okay, away we go with heat number 7. The girls 14 over 50 metres backstroke. Lane 1, Caitlin Downey. Lane 2, Catherine Tang, lane 3, Carolyn Ray, lane 4, Gabriella Winton, lane 5, Taylor McKenzie, and lane 6, Alana Grundick-McKenzie. So out of the turn, lane 2, Perth City swimmer Caitlin has pulled a good lead away here, but coming through strong to take probably second place is lane 4. So Caitlin takes that in a time of 33.82, with Gabriella following up on 35.85. As the girls now leave the pool, we now move to heat number 8. And we have girls in this age group ranging from 18 through to 14. So we have 4 swimmers in heat number 8. Lane 1, Zara Dennison. Lane 4, Emily McGee. Lane 5, Simone Finlayson. And lane 6, Taylor Smith. So as we go into the turn, it's lanes 4 and 5. So it still looks neck and neck between lanes 4 and 5 as they come through now, just about to go under the flags. It looks like lane 5 may just stretch slightly ahead, but it'll be on the touch. And lane 5, Simone takes that in a time of 33.26. As we move on to the penultimate heat, heat 9. In heat 9 we have 6 swimmers in here, ranging from 14 through to 17. So away we go with heat number 9. In lane 1 is Ellie Kennard. Lane 2 is Chloe McLean. Lane 3 is Lucy McPartland. Lane 4, Elise Cousins. Lane 5, Catherine Bailey. And lane 6, Anna Easton. As they come up to the turn, it's Elise Cousins from Perth City first through the turn, closely followed by lane 2. So now head down the back straight. It's Elise Cousins that's ahead of the DCA swimmer in lane 2. Ahead of Chloe McLean. So it's Elise Cousins that takes this, and a time of 31.62. So we now move into heat number 10. Of 10 of the girls 14 and over, 50 metres backstroke. And we have 6 swimmers ranging from the age of 17 through to 15. So away we go on heat 10. Lane 1, Lucy Stoves. Lane 2, Fern Crichton. Lane 3, Scarlett Ferris. Lane 4, Martha Reeves. Lane 5, Emily Cummins. And lane 6, Rose McLean. So as we come up to the turn, looks like lane 3 is first through the turn. And lane 3, Scarlett Ferris is going to lead on this one, but it's really close for second place. So second place goes to Lucy Stowes, and third place to Fern Crichton, and Scarlett Ferris takes that in 29.28. So as the girls exit the pool, we'll get ready to move on to our next event, which is event 204, which is the boys 14 and over, 50 metres breaststroke. We have 5 heats. So away we go with the boys event 204, the boys 14 over, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 is Rory Paoli, lane 2 is Finlay Brill, lane 3 is Adam Phillips, lane 4 is Hayden McKenzie, lane 5 is Finlay Riddler, and lane 6 is Dylan McVeigh. So it looks like lane 3 is striding out here in terms of Adam Phillips, 17-year-old. So Adam strives ahead here, and it's going to be interesting who comes into second. It's a Kinross swimmer, Hayden, that takes second place. So Adam Phillips from DCA takes that in a time of 35.45. So away we go on heat number 2, the boys 14 and over, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1, Duncan Crichton, lane 2, Sam Kerry, lane 3, Finlay Watson, lane 4, Jackson Shaw, lane 5, Hayden Sterling, lane 6, Jed Borowski. So as we go up to the turn, it's the DCA swimmer and the St Thomas swimmer, neck and neck on the turn. Oh, it looks like Sam Kerry in lane 2 from Perth City may have just pulled away slightly, but so Sam Kerry from Perth City takes this in 36.25. We now move on to heat number 3. Variety of age groups from 14 through to 17. Okay, off we go with heat number 3. Lane 1, Kane Buchanan. No swimmer in lane 2. Lane 3, Tom Kelly. Lane 4, Finn Bannerman. Lane 5, Rory Webster. Lane 6, Callum Brown. So out of the turn. Looks like Kane Buchanan on the outside is now starting to maybe just get a stroke lead. But Finn Bannerman coming strong through from Perth City at the end, together with the Maurice Weeksmer in lane 5. And it's Finn Bannerman that takes this in 35.77. Now move on to heat number 4, which we've got swimmers in this event, ranging from the age of 14 to 17, and we have 5 swimmers. So here we go, heat number 4. Lane 1, Liam Gorski. Number 3, lane 3, Sam Harrison. Lane 4, Travis Davis. Lane 5, Stuart Bennett. And lane 6, Andrew Ventnor. So it looks like it's neck and neck between Sam and Travis. And lanes 3 and 4 out of the turn. Sam striding ahead and Travis coming back very strongly. It's pushed towards the end, and it's Sam Harrison that takes that in a time of 31.49, with Travis Davey just behind in second at 32.38. Now moving to heat number 5, which is the final heat of the boys 14 and over, 50 metres breaststroke. A range of ages in here from 20 through to 14, and we have 6 swimmers in this event. Away we go in the final heat of the boys 14 over 50 metres breaststroke. Lane 1, Jonathan Ventnor. Lane 2, Cameron Mitchell. Lane 3, Mary Pritchard. Lane 4, Jack Milne. Lane 5, Ewan Davison. And lane 6, Mika Van Burke. So at the turn, looked like lane 3 just slightly ahead there from Perth City. So it looks like Mary's got a body length nearly ahead now, but it's very tight on coming in for who's going to take the second place. So Mary Pritchard takes that in 29.97, followed by Micah Van Burke in 31.40. So that concludes the boys. We're moving over to the relay shortly, so this is when we need to get cheering for your teams. Relays. And over 200 metres freestyle relay. We've got 3 heats, various age groups in each heat. So away we go with the mixed relay. So in lanes 1 and 2, we've got in lane 1, we've got Dunsey City Aquatics. In lane 2, Perth City, they're 11-year-olds. In lanes 3 and 4, 5 and 6 is all 13-year-olds. I've got Kinross in lanes 3 and 4, and Carnoustie in 5, and Blair Gowrie in 6. So as we head down, it's the Kinross 13-year-olds that are leading out, and closely followed by Carnoustie in lane 5. And over in the 11-year-olds, it's Perth City that are taking the lead over DCA. So now as we move in into the second one. It looks like lane 5 has now started to pull ahead, so Carnoustie. So in lane 3, looks like Kinross still slightly ahead. And the 11-year-old relay in Perth City has now got a good lead over their counterparts in DCA. But we've got a strong for second in the 13-year-old relays in this heat. It's fairly neck and neck as they go into the water. So Kinross now still out in front. And Perth City 11-year-olds now starting to make a move upon the 13-year-old group. So Kinross still out in front. With the Perth City 11-year-olds just tucked in behind them. And in lane 5, the Carnoustie team now starting to break ahead of the other Kinross team. It's Kinross going for the final changeover. Perth City 11-year-olds just behind the 13-year-old teams here. This could be really interesting as about what happens on the last length. As Kinross take this now down the final straight. Perth City 11-year-olds well ahead of their age group counterparts in DCA. And it looks like the Perth City 11-year-olds could take out the Kinross, the Carnoustie and Bergari teams here. So Kinross bring that home for the 13-year age group, and it was a Perth City for the 11-year age group into second place. So now we get ready for Heat 2. And in Heat 2, we have three 15-year-old teams in lane 1 from Kinross, lane 4 from Kinross, and lane 5 from DCA. And then lanes 2 is Perth City, 3 is Dundee City Aquatics, and then lane 6 is Dundee City Aquatics, all 13-year-olds. Okay, away we go with the next heat of the relays. So, just a reminder, Kinross in lanes 1 and 4, Dundee City Aquatics in lane 5, all 15-year-olds. Lanes 2, 3 and 6 are 13-year-olds, which is Perth City and 2 Dundee Aquatics teams. So as we come down the first 50, it's lane 3, so it's Dundee City Aquatic 13-year-olds. Closely followed by Kinross and Perth City. So as they come up to the turn, it's DCA still ahead of Kinross with Perth City just behind them. Dundee City Aquatics 13-year-old team. And Kinross just closely followed behind them and their 15-year-old team and the 13-year-old team from Perth City. Just slightly an arm stroke behind them. Closely followed by Dundee City Aquatics for the changeover. And the next Kinross team and DCA just coming in for their final changeover. With Kinross just ahead of Perth City. So Dundee Static complete their changeover. Kinross now coming down with their 15-year-old team. Closely followed by the Perth City 13-year-olds. And the last Dundee City Aquatic swimmer, Corey Phillips, powering home. Closely followed by the Kinross swimmer, but Perth just on their back now, so we might have a race on here. But I don't think we've got enough pool left to complete it. Looks like Kinross will come in here, closely followed by Perth City. So we now move on to relay heat, 3 of 3. So middle of the pool, lane 3 is Perth City 17-year-olds. Next to Dundee City Aquatic 17-year-olds. Lanes 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are 15-year-olds with Dundee City Aquatics in lane 1, Perth City in lane 2, St Thomas in lane 5 and Morrifief in lane 6. So away we go with the final relay of this afternoon on the swim meet. So the 17-year-olds in 3 and 4 and Perth City and Dundee City Aquatics, and the rest of the field is 15-year-olds. So as expected, it's going to be very tight between the Dundee Aquatics and Perth City team. So for the first leg, Perth City are just slightly ahead. And then for the 15-year-olds that are following younger age group, Dundee City Aquatics just ahead of St Thomas. So we now go into the second leg. There's about an arm stroke within it as they come up to the turn. And out of the turn now, it looks neck and neck between Perth City and Dundee City Aquatics. They're going stroke for stroke under the flags into the third leg. And then from the 15-year-olds between Dundee City Aquatics and St Thomas, it's neck and neck as they go through. As Dundee City Aquatics now take the lead in the 17-year-olds. Then neck and neck between DCA and St Thomas for the 15-year-olds. Perth City coming back on this second leg. There's about half a body length in it. As the final leg goes in. and St Thomas just slightly behind DCA. So it's now neck and neck between Perth City and DCA. Cheer your team on now to the final. So Perth City come out of it. And now body length powering ahead. So Perth City take the 17-year-olds. And it looks like Dundee City Aquatics are going to take the 15-year-olds. Closely followed by St Thomas. But then it's between Perth and Murray Fife on the outside. Looks like Murray Fife will take that. So great swimming there by all of our older ones. Great race between the 17-year-olds there and the inside two, and the middle two lanes. So if we could ask for the relay swimmers to clear the marshalling area, please, and head back to your relevant team areas, please. Before we get on to the next heats, we just need to clear that area, please. So we have a disqualification in lane 3. Perth City are disqualified. That means that Dundee City Aquatics take the 17-year-old. So we'll now move on to the excitement of all the relays. We'll now move on to the excitement of the girls 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metres butterfly. We've got 10 heats, and we start with heat number 1. In lane 1 we have Maya Shimorsky. We have Jocelyn Clark in lane 2, Fern Jarrett in lane 3, Amy Shaw in lane 4, and Isla Black in lane 5. So it looks like lane 1, the Blair Gowrie swimmer. Maya looks like she's stepped up a bit of a lead here from the Perth City swimmer in lane 4, Amy Shaw. So Maya brings that in 46.80. We now move on to heat 2, of which we've got 6 swimmers. Okay, we now move on to heat 2 of the 10 to 13 year olds 50 metre butterfly. In lane 1 is Georgia McLeod. In lane 2 is Imogen Jarrett. Lane 3 is Isla Weber. Lane 4 is Sarah Gladstone. Lane 5 is Alicia Ayun, and lane 6 is Jessica Banks. So as they come up to the turn, it seems to be fairly neck and neck between the middle 3 lanes. But looks like lane 3 is just slightly ahead. Carnoustie swimmer, now got a body length ahead. Of the Kinross swimmer. It's coming through strong though. So lane 3 takes that at a time of 45.90. So we now move on to heat number 3, of which we have 6 swimmers. So away we go, heat number 3 of the girls 10 to 13-year-old 50 metre butterfly. In lane 1 is Lily Divers, lane 2 is Christina Sloan, lane 3 is Libby Wallace, lane 4 is Eve Rankin, lane 5 is Isla Hannah, and lane 6 is Maya McCluskey. So as we come up to the halfway mark, lane 3 to turn first, closely followed over on the far side by lane 1. So it looks like lane 1, so Lily Divers from DCA might have just taken a slight lead here as they're coming down the final few metres. It looks like Lily's going to take this in lane 1 and takes in a time of 45.94. Really nice PB there for Lily. So we now move on to heat number 4. Away we go, heat number 4, lane 1 Nikki Short, lane 2 Anna Healy, lane 4 Daisy Lumen, lane 5 Zara Kidd, and lane 6 Sadie Faulkner. We have no swimmer in lane 3. So it looks like lane 5 takes the first turn. So Zara Kidd taking the first turn. But anything could change on this next length. So it looks like Zara Kidd's going to come in this in lane 5. Closely followed by lane 6 and Sadie. So Zara Kidd takes this from Dundee City Aquatics in 41.88. So swimmers will leave the pool. We get ready for heat 5, of which we've got 6 swimmers. So away we go with heat number 5. In lane 1 is Natalie McGregor. Lane 2 is Cara Mahan. Lane 3 is Ella Thompson. Lane 4, Grace Renfrew. Lane 5, Farry McNeil. And lane 6, Eleanor Sanderson. So as we come up to the turn, it's lane 3. Ella Thompson that's ahead here. Making a big stride ahead of the rest of the field. So Ella Thompson's going to take this in lane 3 in 37.05, which is a cracking 10-second PB. As the swimmers leave the pool, we now get ready for heat number 6, of which we have 6 swimmers. So away we go with heat 6, so the girls 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metre butterfly. In lane 1 is Isla Davis. In lane 2 is Eva Rennie. In lane 3 is Isla Shepherd. In lane 4 is Lola Collin. In lane 5 is Shona Davis. And lane 6, Katie Robertson. So out of the turn, it's lane 5, closely followed by lane 1. As we come down the final 20 metres, looks like lane 1 is slightly ahead, but actually lane 5 is coming back strong. This could be a really tight finish. And Isla Davis takes that in lane 1 in time of 38.87. Away we go with heat number 7. In lane 1, Olivia Stargy. In lane 2, Isla Kidd. In lane 3, Katie Smart. In lane 4, Emily Thompson. And lane 5, Erin Wickham. And lane 6, Isla Fotheringham. So it looks like here in lane 4, looks like Emily Thompson's going to take this one. So Emily takes that in 35.87. So away we go with heat number 8, lane 1, Emile McLeod, lane 2, Grace McKay, lane 3, Lottia Fleck, lane 4, Jessica Sloan, lane 5, Juliet Kidd, and lane 6, Eva Cowling. So now at the turn, looked like Eva Cowling just had that on the outside lane in lane 6. Just slightly ahead. Looked like she's going to power through to take this. She's now got a body length ahead, so it looks like Eve Cowling's going to take this and 39.51 in the outside lane. So we now move on to heat number 9. So away we go, heat number 9, the second to last heat of the girls, 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1, Amber Donoghue. Lane 2, Riley McIntosh. Lane 3, Eva Warburton. Lane 4, Kenzie Mann. Lane 5, Molly Brown. And lane 6, Megan Story. So it looks like lanes 2 to 4, with lane 3 now starting to make a breakthrough here. So Eva Warburton from 4 far, making a nice break here for the end. But then it's neck and neck between the two Dundee City Aquatic teammates behind that. So Eva Warburton takes that in 34.62. Now move on to the final heat, heat 10. So here we go with heat 10, the final heat of the girls, 10 to 13 year olds, 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1 is Julia Walker, in lane 2 is Sophia Falone, in lane 3 is Isla Petrie, in lane 4 is Isla Gilmerry, in lane 5 is Vi Kemp, and lane 6 is Sophie Clark. So out of the turn, looks like lane 4, Isla Gilmerry is virtually moving up to a body length ahead of Maury Fish swimmer Isla Petrie next to her. So Isla Gilmerry takes that in 39.19. Girls exit the pool. That completes the girls 10 to 13 year olds 50 metres butterfly. We might move on to event 207, which is the boys 10 to 13 year olds 50 metre freestyle, and we have 10 heats. So away we go with heat 1 of 10 for the boys, 10 to 13 year olds 50 metres freestyle. In lane 2, Christopher Kelly. In lane 3, Jamie Watson. And lane 4, Harvey Swan. So as we come up to the turn, looks like lanes 3 and 4 neck and neck, just closely followed by lane 2. And it's lane 3, Jamie Watson, that comes out of the turn fast from Blair Gowrie. The three Blair Gowrie swimmers racing here. It looks like Jamie Watson's going to take this in lane 3, which she does in a time of 40.69. So as the swimmers leave the pool, we now move on to heat number 2. And in this heat, we have 5 swimmers. Away we go with heat number 2. So in lane 1 is Luke Hilton Christie. Sorry, lane 1 is Luke Hilton Christie. Lane 2, Thomas Robertson. Lane 3, Ben Hilton Christie. Lane 4, Alistair Grant. And lane 5, Orosky. So as we come out of the turn, it's lanes 2 and 4. So Thomas and Alistair racing this out down the final straight. It's virtually neck and neck as they start to come through the flags. Looks like lane 2 is going to take it on the touch. So Alistair takes that on the touch, and a time of 35.07. So as the swimmers leave the pool, we get ready for heat number 3, of which we've got 6 swimmers. Away we go with heat 3 of the boys 10 to 13-year-old 50 metres butterfly. Lane 1, Oscar Morrison. Lane 2 is Stuart Thompson. Lane 3 is Luca Davison. Lane 5 is Harry McNaughton. And lane 6 is Connor Morton. So it looks like lane 3 is ahead here in terms of Luca Davison from Montrose. The youngest swimmer in this heat at the age of 10. So a great swim there by Luca in a time of 38.92. Now move on to heat 4, of which we have 6 swimmers. So away we go, heat number 4, the boys 50 metre freestyle. In lane 1 is Harry Leonard. In lane 2 is Matthew Prorslow. Lane 3 is Rory Murphy. Lane 4 is Bradley Shaw. Lane 5 is Jackson Olive. And lane 5 is Fergus Manwaring. As they come out of the turn, looks like lane 2 has built up a lead here. So Matthew from Moray Heath is getting chased down though by lane number 4. And Bradley Shaw from Menza Hill. It's going to be all on the touch here. So Matthew takes that in a time of 34.66. So we now get ready for heat number 5, of which we have 5 swimmers. So away we go, heat number 5 of the boys 10 to 13-year-olds 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1 is Cale McDowell. Lane 2 is Lyndon Fartu. Lane 3 is Cameron Duncan. Lane 4 is Harry Riddler. And lane 6 is Logan Song. So it looks like we've got in lane 2, looks like Lyndon's breaking away here from Montrose, from the rest of the pack. Lane 3 slowly, Cameron coming up slowly behind. And Lyndon takes that in a time of 35.29. Now move on to heat 6, of which we have 6 swimmers. away we go with heat number 6, or the boys 10 to 13-year-olds 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1 is Robbie Phillips. Lane 2 is Angus Ewan. Lane 3 is Fraser Dow. Lane 4 is Connor Adam. Lane 5 is Callum McKenzie, and lane 6 is Joel Van Burke. So as they come down the final straight, it's lane 5 that's leading this one through. Callum McKenzie from Perth City being chased down by his teammate Fraser Dow in lane 3. It's lane 5, Callum McKenzie takes that, and a time of 32:35. Away we go with heat number 7. Lane 1, Taylor Adam. Lane 2, William Primrose. Lane 3, Nixon Thompson. Lane 4, Ewan Webster. And lane 5, Glenn Downey. And lane 6, Ross Allen. So as we come out of the turn, there's Ewan Webster in lane 4. Just standing close with the swimmer in lane 2 from Carnoustie, William Primrose. So it's going to be all on the touch between these two as they come up to the finish. And it's William Primrose that takes it, and a time of 34:37. So we now move on to heat number 8. So heat number 8, lane 1, Jake Anderson. Lane 2, Johnny Martin. Lane 3, Ewan Devaney. Lane 4, Harry Martin. Lane 5, Garen Aitchison, and lane 6, it's Pock. So as they come out of the turn, it's lane 2, Johnny Martin from Kinross, that's pulling away from the rest of the pack with a DCA swimmer in lane 5. Garen Aitchison just coming up behind him. So Johnny Martin takes that in a time of 31:76. Yeah. So we now move on to heat number 9. So away we go with heat number 9 on the boys, 10 to 13-year-old 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Matthew Kenny. Lane 2, Finlay Bruce. Lane 3, Gleb Simpson. Lane 4, Cameron McDonald. Lane 4, Callum McDonald. Lane 5, Cameron Miller. And lane 6, Theo Preto. It looks like lane 3 is away. So Kleb looks like from Montrose. He's getting chased down by the Perth City swimmer though in lane 5 and Cameron Miller. So Kleb Simpson takes this from Montrose in a time of 31:29. So we now move on to the final heat. And in this heat we have 6 swimmers. So away we go with heat 10, lane 1, Alex McGregor, lane 2, Ewan Weir, lane 3, Jensen Norris, lane 4, Corey Phillip, lane 5, Thomas Pritchard, and lane 6, Ross Hutchinson. So out of the turn is lane 4. So Corey Phillip, but being chased down by the Perth City swimmer, Jensen Norris at the side of him, who's also being chased by Ewan Weir. Looks like Corey Phillip's going to take this, followed by Jensen Norris. So Corey Phillip takes that at a time of 26:57. So that concludes the boys 10 to 13-year-old 50 metres freestyle. We now move on to event 208, which is the girls 14 and over, 50 metres butterfly, and we have 10 heats. Okay, so here we go with the girls 14 and over, 50 metres butterfly. First heat of 10. In lane 1 is Kirsten Kelly, and lane 2 is Anna Faye Scott, and lane 3 is Hannah Bannigan, and lane 5 is Emma Bolt, and lane 6 Beth Gregg. So as we come up to the turn, it's lane 2 that slightly lead here, and Anna from Kinross. Holding off from my counterpart, and Hannah the lane next to her in lane 3. But it looks like Anna's going to take this one. And Anna takes out a time of 41:33. So we now get ready for heat number 2, and in this we have 6 swimmers. Okay, away we go with heat number 2. In lane 1, Olivia Kemp. In lane 2, Grace McCall. In lane 3, Kira Beattie. In lane 4, Caitlin Morton. In lane 5, Katie Fraser. In lane 6, Emily Patterson. So out in front in lane 3 It's Kira Beattie from St Thomas. She's got a good body length ahead now of lane 5. And Katie Fraser from Kinross. And Kira Beattie takes that in 38.08. So we now move on to heat number 3, and we have 6 swimmers. Okay, heat number 3, lane 1, Orla Farchi, lane 2, Emil Wilarski, lane 3, Darcy Reed, lane 4, Rachel Kennedy, lane 5, Leah Pert, and lane 6, Michaela Reed. So at the turn it's lane 3, Darcy Reed from Dundee City Aquatics, has built about a length lead here, body length lead. And then coming behind that, there's 3 swimmers. But it looks like the St Thomas swimmer is just slightly ahead there. So so Darcy Reed takes that in lane 3 in 34.74. So we now move on to heat number 4, of which we have 6 swimmers. So we now move on to heat number 4. In lane 1 is Charlotte Chadwick, lane 2 is Carla Jones, and lane 3 is Diane Kelly, and lane 4 is India Leona Bryden, and lane 5 is Zoe Neve, and lane 6 Gianna Norris. So it looks like lane 2, Carla Jones and DCA is leading out this one. Well, there's a final charge coming from lane 1, and it's Carla Jones that takes that in a time of 34.95. So we now move on to heat number 5. Okay, heat number 5, lane 1, Anna Easton, lane 2, Lucy Stoves, lane 3, Libby Cool, lane 4, May Packervan, lane 5, Caitlin Wigham, and lane 6, Ella Wood. As we come up to the turn, it's Lucy Stoves in lane 2. who's powering away about a body length and a half now from the rest of the field. Lucy Stays, fantastic swim here, and a time of 30:37. We now move on to heat number 6. So away we go with heat number 6. Lane 1, Grace Palin. Lane 2, Kim Russell. Lane 3, Rona Mason. Lane 4, Claire Gilmore. Lane 5, Dobra Tomotsky. Lane 6, Caitlin Fry. So out of the turns, it's lane 2. So Kim Russell from Perth City, about a body length ahead here of lane 5. So it looks like Kim Russell's going to take this. So Kim Russell takes that in a time of 33:02. So now move on to heat number 7, of which we have five swimmers. We've got no swimmer in lane number 5. Okay, we're off with heat number 7 of the girls 14 over 50 metres butterfly. Lane 1, Barbara Antos. Lane 2, Taylor McKenzie. Lane 3, Taylor Smith. Lane 4, Zara Dennison. And lane 5, Alana Grunberg McKenzie. So out of the turns, it was lane 6 and lane 3. Looks like Taylor Smith is here. Is about a body length ahead now in lane 3. Looks like she's going to take this one. So Taylor Smith takes that in lane 3 in a time of 33:94. We now move on to heat number 8. Away we go with heat number 8. In lane 1 is Ellie Kennard. Lane 2 is Simone Finlayson. Lane 3 is Gabriella Winton. Lane 5, Harriet Wheeler. And lane 6, Caroline Ray. So it's Harriet Wheeler that takes us on the first turn. About a stroke ahead. Although coming through in lane 2 strong is Simone Finlayson. Looks like Harriet Wheeler will take this in lane 5. And a time of 33:14. So here we go, heat number 9, lane 1, Rose McLean, lane 2, Lisa McPartland, lane 3, Fern Crichton, lane 4, Emily McGee, lane 5, Caitlin Tang, and lane 6, Chloe McLean. So it's fairly evens out of the turn, but lane 3 has pushed ahead on the underwater work. So Fern Crichton slightly ahead of her teammate here in lane 5. So it's all going to be on the touch at the end here. Fern Crichton takes that in a time of 30:27. And now move on to heat 10, which is the final heat of the girls 14 and over 50 metres butterfly. So here we go, the final heat. Lane 1, Catherine Bailey. Lane 2, Elise Cousins. Lane 3, Emily Cummins. Lane 4, Scarlett Ferris. Lane 5, Morgan Adams. And lane 6, Martha Reeves. So out of the turn, it's neck and neck between the 3 middle lanes. So it's between Emily and Scarlett pushing away here with Catherine and Martha just behind that. It's between Emily and Scarlett right to the very touch here. How it goes? It's Emily Cummins takes that in 28:84. So that concludes the girls 14 and over, 50 metres butterfly. We now move on to event 209, which is the boys 14 over 50 metres freestyle, and we have 6 heats. So away we go with heat number 1. In lane 1, Finley Riddler. In lane 2, Hayden McKenzie. In lane 3, Jed Borowski. Lane 4, Jack Devaney. And lane 5, Rory Pomoni. And so in lane 2, from Kinross, steaming ahead here is Hayden McKenzie, who's going to take this one. Takes that in a time of 22:98. 27:98. Move on to heat number 2. Okay, off we go, heat number 2. In lane 1, Hayden Sterling. Lane 2, Finlay Watson. Lane 3, Duncan Crichton. Lane 4, Callum Brown. Lane 5, Finn Bannerman. And lane 6, Jackson Shaw. So as we come up to the turn, it's the outside smoker in lane 6. Jackson Shaw that takes the first turn. But it's fairly even Stevens as we come down. But it looks like lane 2 maybe just pulling slightly ahead. Although lane 6 is coming back. Lane 2, Finlay Watson takes that in a time of 29:38. to heat number 3. Away we go with heat number 3. In lane 1, Stuart Pritchard. Lane 2, Rory Webster. Lane 3, Andrew Ventnor. Lane 5, Adam Phillips. And lane 4, Matthew Hopkins. So on the turn, it's lane 3, Andrew Ventnor. Leading the charge down the back home straight. Closely followed by lane 5, Adam Phillips from DCA. So Andrew Ventnor takes this in a time of 26:61. Now move on to heat number 4. Okay, away we go with heat number 4. Lane 1, Liam Gnorski. Lane 2, Tom Kelly. Lane 3, Owen Carroll. Lane 4, Sam Kerry. Lane 5, Will Shepherd. And lane 6, Colin Brearley. So it looks like lane 3 out of the turn. So it looks like Owen Carroll from Perth City. But a closing pack behind him. Looks like in second place could be Will Shepherd coming up. So that's taken Owen Carroll in lane 3, 25:67. We now move on to the second to last heat of the afternoon. Heat number 5. Away we go, heat number 5. Lane 1, Sam Harrison. Lane 2, Cameron Mitchell. Lane 3, Oliver Spalding. Lane 4, Kane Buchanan. Lane 5, Michael Bamberg. Lane 6, Stuart Bennett. So, out of that turn, lane 5, Michael Bamberg. So it looks like Michael Bamberg's going to take this for DCA in lane 5 and fairly close to everyone else behind. So Michael Bamberg takes that in 25:41. We now move on to the final heat and the final event of today's Midland District Sprint Celebration. So here we go. Lane 1, Travis Davey. Lane 3, Mary Pritchard. Lane 4, Jack Milne. Lane 5, Ewan Davison. And lane 6, Jonathan Ventnor. So as we come up to the turn, it looks like it's Mary Pritchard in lane 3. And on the outside, looks like Mary Pritchard is ahead of this one in terms of lane 5, just behind. So Mary Pritchard takes that in a time of 24:13. That concludes all of our swimming racing for this afternoon. If you'd just like to take the appreciation for our officials who have given up their time to volunteer this afternoon to make sure this meet can go ahead. Just remind all swimmers to make sure they take all their personal belongings for them when they leave their designated seating area. And please make sure you apply all the personal space rulings as you leave the pool side into the changing room area and exit the building.